Hello, testing, testing, testing. I'm hoping. I'm not, oh, wait, no. Hello. Hey, Vicky, how are you? Can you hear me by any chance? Hey, Gina. Okay, cool. I wasn't quite sure if I could be heard or not because I wasn't. Because whenever you go live on YouTube, there's a little bar down here where the microphone is at, and it shows you whether or not you're being picked up. And I couldn't tell if I was being picked up or not. Hey, Planet, what's up? What is shaking? And honestly, guys, I don't know if it's the webcam microphone or if it's this microphone here that yeah, top of my head. I mean, hey, Ilya, what's up? Hey, Catherine, how are you? Hey, Danielle, how are you? Well, hail, hail, the gang's all here. All right, guys. So let me do my opening real quick because oh, cool. Well, good. It'll be good to have Patty here. So whenever I do go live, other people from YouTube can come on in and they can check out the site. So let me be official here, and thank you so much for coming to Saving Ghosts Live. I am Philip Page. Saving Ghosts is where we study the afterlife and explore what happens once we leave our bodies. Now, if you've not, if you are a member of our YouTube channel, but you've not yet checked out our Facebook page, come on over to our Facebook page as well, because I will always announce. This one was a little impromptu, but I will always announce whenever I do a live session in case you guys want to check it out. And so, yeah. Vicky, what do you mean? And heard from her in regards to what? I mean, as far as on here, no, not yet, not yet. We will see if she will be another. And I hope she does join. I hope she does join. And actually, I'm happy that you mentioned that because, guys, we have been seeing some growth on the YouTube channel. So thank you so much for that. We've been seeing some growth again in the group, which is fantastic. And so I want to thank you for that as well. Okay, so you have sound, Catherine? Okay. Good. Good, good, good. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if maybe I need to, if I need to update my webcam. I mean, the webcam that I have is pretty old, to be honest with you. So I think I might need to update it at some point. Well, Gina, thank you for saying that in regards to the group. And one thing I wanted to touch on tonight, guys, was the group. And I want to give credit where credit's due because honestly, if it was not for Gina, who kind of spearheaded early on, keeping the group going, the group probably would not be around. Simply because I just did not have the time. I just didn't have the time. Frankly, I still don't have a lot of time, as much time as I would like to have for it. And so, Gina, I want to thank you for keeping the group going. And then to all of you, I want to thank you for participating with the group. Sherry is another one who's been fantastic in regards to always posting things onto the group. And so I want to thank each and every one of you for doing that and keeping the group going. And what I think is absolutely awesome is that there are friendships that have been made out of the group. So I just think it's cool. Hey Billy, what is up? Hey Patty, what's shaking? So guys, I want to tell you about Patty a little bit. Patty just kind of popped out of the blue on our YouTube channel a couple days ago and had some very nice things to say. And Patty, I want to thank you for that. And she was part of the reason why why I included Archangel Azrael in the last session, because kind of like I said in the video, she got a hold of me. She's like, dude, don't forget about Azrael. And, I felt a little sheepish because I did go over all of the archangels when we had the Patreon account. And I was so locked into protection and having Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael there that I unfortunately just forgot about Azrael. And Azrael, is really the main guy that if you are going to help spirits cross over, Azrael needs to be there. Now, the lore or the mythology goes is that Azrael keeps a book of who has passed and who is born, and always keeps a track of how many people there are on Earth. So he should already know. But still, not a bad idea to have him around. Again, guys, I don't know every little thing that goes on in the afterlife. We can't know. We just can't know. We can just assume, and we can have our theories. But Patty, thank you for mentioning Azrael. Thank you for that. Danielle, thank you so much. Oh no. Oh, Catherine, I am so sorry. Thank you, Patty. Do you read? Okay, so I kind of dabble in numerology a little bit. And Catherine, you're saying 615. Um, if you add up all of those, it comes up to 12. Then 1 plus 2 equals 3. 3, of course, being a spirit number. So I'm going to say that there are good things there for your friend. If you ever need to talk about that, if you need help with that outside of this, let me know. Just private message me, okay? And I know that you are a strong person. I know that you have family and friends around you. If you do need a little bit extra, just let me know, okay, guys? Okay. I almost said okay, guys. All right. Catherine, overall, if you don't mind my asking, how are you holding up? Are you okay? um, there was something. Catherine, is there anything that you need from any one of us tonight? One, Catherine, don't feel obligated to be here tonight if there's other things that you need to take care of. Two, if there's anything that we can help out with, that I can help out with, please let me know, okay? Hey, Matt, how are you? Happy you're able to make it in, man. Patty, since I think this is actually your first time to a group session, in the past, I've just really just had a sit down chat with everyone, and it would be a Q&A type thing. I'm doing things a little bit differently tonight. We actually do have a flow of what we're going to try to accomplish tonight. And on the Facebook page, I do always announce, usually I'll say, hey guys, are you up for another group session? And Catherine, we can most definitely do a session for you tonight, okay? Are you okay with that? In fact, you know, Catherine, some of the things that we're going to be going over tonight might help you specifically. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, then tell you what. Let's go ahead and let's get this going. Again, I posted on the Facebook page and in the group actually that there are a few things that I did want to talk about tonight. And then once we are done with that, Catherine, we will do that session. Okay. So a couple days ago, there was some talk about frequencies. Now, I've talked about frequencies in the past, and I've talked about changing your paradigms using frequencies and how we can go about doing that. The frequency 432 has been around for quite some time and has been theorized that it's kind of the healing frequency. That's the frequency of the universe. I myself will do meditations to that specific frequency. You can go to Binaural Beats, which is on YouTube, and they have just a ton of meditation music at the 432 hertz frequency. And okay, Catherine, I got your message. And so one thing I wanted to talk about, we haven't really talked about this a whole lot, guys, in the past, was frequencies, how to raise our own vibrations, because everything does vibrate. Okay, everything does. And don't take my word for it. Guys, anything that I say, please know, anything that you know what? I'm starting to see the whole head thing now. Give me 1 second. In cinematography, we call this headroom right there. Okay, so frequencies. Science has proven that the human being vibrates at 10 hertz. Again, look this up. Anything that I say, don't take it for gospel, guys. Do your own research. These are things that I have found out, but I encourage you to do your own research. I question everything. If someone tells me something as a fact, I question it. I do my own research. So what I have discovered is that humans vibrate at 10 hertz. Science says that the universe vibrates or is in a hertz frequency of 432. Now, if you are to physically listen to 10 hertz, and there are free hertz generators online all over the place. So you just put in 10 hertz and it sounds weak. I mean, it sounds very faint, very weak. And if you think about it, we are not a big vessel to power. Therefore, the basic standard energy needed to power us isn't really that much compared to the universe. But you can raise that frequency. You can raise that frequency. And Vicky, just not too long ago, you had mentioned, because there's a chart that I put on to the Facebook page months ago talking about different frequency levels. And yeah, Gina, it is 430. Now they're coming out with saying that there's other frequencies even higher than 432. But for the sake of tonight's conversation, we're going to do 432. Okay. Now you can change your vibration, you can change your frequency. That gets right back into changing your paradigm. So we have to be able to step outside of ourselves, figuratively speaking, and take a look at how we look at life, at how we examine people, how we examine the world. How is our outlook? Do people tell us on a regular basis, hey, you're really kind of negative. Hey, you're really kind of a downer. You're kind of an energy zapper. Maybe in your quiet time, it's a good idea for you to just sit back and really think about what these people are saying. Now, there goes Buddy. The neighbor's dog is barking. So I am so sorry about that, guys. Pancakes, yes. Is it the same sound as Om? Om, for those of you who might not know, Catherine, that's actually a great question. Oh, Buddy, hey. He doesn't know where to go to bark right now. He wants to stay up here, be a part of this, but he also wants to be a part of the neighborhood. Om is a vibrational chant that I know that we used a lot when I was studying Jivamukti Yoga. And I don't mean just the asanas, just the movements, but actually studying the spirituality of yoga. Om was used all the time. And it does hold a certain frequency. And actually, Catherine, I think it is 432. I would want to double check that, though. But I think it does hold at that frequency. And Matt, you're absolutely right. Negativity is draining, but there's also other types of energies out there. There's the energy vampire. There's someone, we all know that kind of person, or those people who are constantly wanting attention from you, who are constantly wanting something from you. It's an energy vampire. And so that is someone else that can be draining. They're not necessarily bad people, but they can be draining. And then there's like the sloth type energy. And so when we talk about raising our vibrations, raising our vibrational frequencies, what we have to do, and it is so important, guys, that we take a good look at ourselves and we make sure all parts of our life might not always be in balance, but how we look at things are in balance. And how do we do that? We do that by questioning our own thought process. I might have a certain opinion about something, but it also means that I need to take a look at other sides of it and realize that my way is unique to me, and I don't expect anybody else to do that. But it also means whenever you have that negative thought come in, yes, acknowledge that thought. Don't act on it. Acknowledge that thought. And you're going to kind of have a conversation with yourself here for a little bit, because you're going to be talking to that thought, because in essence, what you are doing, and again, you can research this. There's a process called Psych-K that you can look into that actually backs this up. But what you are doing is you are talking to your subconscious at that time, and you're questioning really what you were programmed with. And so if you feel those programmings come in and they're negative, you pull them forward, you talk to them, and you say, well, okay, I acknowledge you, but you're not right. We don't have to have that thought process anymore. I wish you light and love. If you give any of that negativity love, it's not going to happen overnight, but in time, what's going to happen, you're going to start seeing your mindset change. And when you do that, you start raising your vibration. Become the thing that you want to attract. If you want to attract love, become love. If you want to attract abundance of whatever, be that. Because whatever you want, it's already there, guys. It's already there. All you have to do is put the mental action in motion to draw it to you. And so 432, yes, is Om. Woo! Okay, awesome. Awesome. Hey, Georgina, what's up? And yes, Catherine, Buddy always wants to put his 2 cents in. He's a little pissy tonight because I brushed his teeth and he wasn't feeling it. And so I'm not saying, I'm just saying he's got his teeth brushed. So that's how we work on changing our vibration. It's not something that you just do from time to time. You have to make a daily practice of this for 60 days. It takes about 60 days for something to become a habit. And so if you want to, if there's something about your life that you want to change, let's say it's talking to spirit, let's say it's gaining more money. And by the way, guys, money is not a bad thing. We have been taught that it's bad. You know, for those of you who might be in my age range, you've been taught that money is the root of all evil. Only those who are stingy get money. No, not at all. There are many, many good things that have been done with money and that can be done with money. Money is not evil. Money is a tool, and it's how you treat it is how it will be perceived. Okay, so if we are approaching anything out of love and respect, then that's what that will be, if that makes sense. Matt, I never know to take you seriously or not. Guys, I have known Matt for years. Poppin' Fizz here. And whenever he's one of those guys, love him to death. Whenever he opens his mouth, I never know if what he's saying is going to be a joke or if he's being serious. And actually, Matt, I'm not going to get really too much into your business, but Matt is actually a fantastic example who, by changing their mindset, changed their reality. And so, seriously, Matt, good for you. Okay. Matt, all things have a frequency. Everything is constantly vibrating. Everything is constantly in a state of movement. The way you can prove this is you take a look at a corpse. The body might technically be dead. In other words, it's not being powered by an energy source at this point, but the hair still grows. The nails still grow. Why? Because it's still in a state of motion. Eventually, that body will decay. Why? Because it's in a state of motion. You can cut your grass, the grass will grow again. Why? Because it's in a state of vibrations, in a state of movement. So everything is in a state of vibration. Again, I have said this 101 times, guys, is that everything is exactly the same on the molecular level. I am not talking in a conspiracy theory, wild tangent. I am talking about locked in sciences that have been proven. What I have always thought was funny in the past, not so much now, science is starting to catch up, but in the past, you would have biology, you'd have thermodynamics, you'd have quantum physics, and they would each be a different science and they would all disagree with each other. But what happens is that if you take those different practices and you combine them all together, they all explain spirit. So science explains spirit. It's as simple as that. Everything vibrates. It's been measured. You can look up. In fact, I challenge someone to Google it. At what frequency does a human body vibrate? You're going to get, if I remember right, you're going to get 10 hertz. So, okay, so not a problem, Matt. Good for you, Georgina. Okay, so Patty just said science equals God and God equals science. It's also said that God equals the universe. I think, and I've said this before too, that I think that we as humans, we put limitations on God. We hear it all the time. In fact, I didn't get into the debate this time, but the person in the past who, when I was growing up, was very much an active churchgoer, got a hold of me again today and wanted to have more talks. And I wasn't going to entertain it because I'm not saying that I don't believe in God, because I very much believe in a God. I just believe differently than what a standard organized religion will teach us. That is my belief. That's how I feel. I'm not saying that you guys should believe anything different or that you should feel or believe the same. I'm just, again, My own beliefs is all it is. Okay, so Gina, what do we have here? Strange question, but here it is. Do you think it makes a difference if we get cremated or buried? You know, the afterlife, heaven? No, not at all. I don't. Gina, no, I don't. Because, and here's why. You are not your body. Your body is the car that you bought. You saw it on the lot. You're like, I like that model for whatever reason. And so, no, you know, when your car rusts out and the bottom falls out and the head gaskets blow and it's no longer usable, you just get out and leave, and you get another car or you go do whatever. So no, I don't think it matters if you bury it, impound it, burn it. I don't think it matters, because eventually it's all going to go back to the same place. Metaphysics, yes, exactly, Catherine. Hey, you know what, Gina? Go for it. It's the cheapest way to go. You know, not saying we're putting a price on it, but at that point, you're not going to care. You're really not going to care. Billy, exactly. Exactly. You know, we still have that generation of people that, you know, death is to be an honored thing, and and yes, there needs to be respect given, but it still needs to be this grand event. Once I leave this, I'm not gonna care. I'm gonna be more concerned about who's greeting me. What are we doing next? Let me get my goodbyes out of the way, and then let's move on. Gina Planet's always laughing. And, you know, so I don't think it matters. To me, I don't think it matters. If you, and I mean you in a general term, if you feel very tied into a certain way of handling the body once you have passed on, then once you passed on, you're probably still going to care, because you're still going to have that attachment. I'm just saying probably, because I don't know for sure. But outside of that, I don't think it's going to matter. So the biggest reason when we're talking about changing our frequencies and changing our paradigms, the biggest reason why people don't do it is because they decide not to do it. Maybe not knowingly, but I'll do it next week, or I can't do it now because of this, or I can't do it now because of that. All you have to do is change your mind. That's all you have to do. But there's people out there who they say, oh, no, it's not that easy. It really kind of is, guys. When you're at the grocery store and you've got the donuts in your hand, you can decide to buy them or not. It's just that simple. You can decide right now, I'm going to change my frequency. You can decide right now, I'm going to change my paradigm. And then you can put the actions in motion that will help you do that. Yeah, exactly. Donate yourself to science. Exactly, Catherine. You know, and Catherine just mentioned carbon. I did a video a while ago, and I believe it was for the Patreon page, but I transferred it over to the YouTube channel. And I talked very specifically about how we are comprised of two different elements. We are a carbon-based system powered by an electrical unit. Now, we actually have two different electrical units. We have the synapse in the brain, which fires electrical impulses back and forth that tells your body what to do, okay? But then you also have another electrical source, that power source, that energy source, which is you, which is that consciousness. that's telling the brain how to fire because you want to do A, B, or C. The thing is that we are taught that you live by your senses. You live by your sight, your touch, your smell, so forth and so on. But the fact of the matter is, guys, is that we have so much more power than that. It's just that no school teaches it. And so many people, they don't put these practices into motion. And again, this is not theory of mine. This is stuff that's been spouted for a while from science that I happen to believe. We have the power of creation. We have the power of manifestation. Do you realize how important that is, how big that is? My dog can't create. He can dig a hole, but he can't create. We can create. And if we can create, and if we are tied into spirit, then what we can do is phenomenal, guys. But so many people don't use that power that they have. And so, oh my God, what's Matt saying now? Oh, I got to admit, I am a sucker for Krispy Kreme. Oh God, a Bavarian cream-filled donut. Oh, in Georgina, it's there are two different groups within that group that don't know that they can. There's the one group who they simply just don't know. They haven't been taught. Then there's the other group who, no, I don't believe that. We can't do that. And no matter how much proof you show them from a scientific point of view, like, can't do that. You're talking about hooey. It's always a word that I liked. Hooey. And so that is their path. I'm not going to force anyone. I'll have the conversation, but I'm not going to force anyone. I figure like attracts like. Whatever I put out there is going to come back to me. If they had a drive-through, yes. Woo-woo? You know what, man? I don't mind the fruit-filled, but give me either chocolate, maple, or Bavarian cream any day. Any day. Woo-woo. Georgina, I really don't know how to respond to that. So, gang, do we have oh yeah, no, I see it. Dude, Matt, if you were here, oh God, we'd be doing cream run. Oh, I gotta get up to Utah, man, and visit you. Yeah. You know what, Georgina, when I was in social services, some of my most enjoyable clients were clients who were autistic, simply because of that creative mind. And when I was a counselor, I was not a fan of using a child's diagnosis in front of them, because the last thing I wanted was a child to grow up believing that she or he was ADHD, was bipolar, was autistic, that they were somehow different in an odd way. I didn't want them thinking that. And so I never used the terminology around them. Again, that was just how I approached it. I'm not saying everybody's got to do it the same way. But I do believe that to a certain degree that they are tapped in to a different part of their not their brain, but their consciousness, that they can understand certain things to a certain point of view, to a certain degree, that maybe we have chosen not to for whatever reason. Exactly, Patty, no label. It used to bother me whenever I would hear a parent tell a child, "You're bipolar, that's why you got to do this." I'd be like, "It's me on the bipolar pay," Because what happens, especially with okay, we're getting on a counseling session here, but what happens, and especially with a child, is that once you give them a label, they now feel like that is their job. It is their job to be bipolar. It's their job to be autistic. It's their job to be whatever. And the only job a child needs to have is to be a child. That's all. Their job is to play, to go to school, and color and make cutout shapes and things like that. That is the job of a child. They shouldn't have to be burdened with labels or titles or anything like that, you know. And what some of the world say about us. Well, you know what, Georgina? I have absolutely no doubt that he did struggle as a child. If he's 30, think about the time that he grew up in. You know, we are still, now in 2019, we are still trying to understand these things that are going on with the mind. And, you know, we can scan the brain until we're blue in the face. But what science isn't really doing is that they're not really taking a look at the conscious part. They're taking a look at the physical meat of it. Well, you got your left hemisphere isn't quite firing right to the right hemisphere because your synapses are blocked. Blah, 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 blah. The brain can heal itself. It can rewire itself. So they're not talking about the conscious portions. And now the consciousness is separate from the brain. The brain is matter. It's meat. The consciousness is separate from that. Quantify. Even his own brothers don't get it. So sorry about that, guys. Got on a little bit of a tangent there about that, but I'm not saying there isn't a way to act in general society that's generally accepted. That can be taught, yes. But when you are around your loved ones, when you're in the privacy of your own home, or whatever it may be, you know, as long as it's legal, you should be free to do and think how you want. And so, yeah, Catherine, I do believe with that. I do believe in that. So, guys, do we have any questions, comments, or concerns about anything that we've talked about so far? Minus Matt's donuts. And Patty, occasionally after I ask a question, I will pause because I'm looking for responses and I don't want to talk over, you know, anybody who might be trying to respond. Georgina, not a problem. You'll be able to play it back afterwards. My hat? I didn't want to comb my hair today, so I'm wearing a hat. Now, I could go completely poser on everyone and just do the whole, you know, hey, bruh. Nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. No unicorns. Okay, so Vicky said she wanted to talk a little bit more about the chart. Several months ago, I put a chart up on the Facebook page. And again, guys, if you haven't, for those of you who might not have signed up for the Facebook page or for the group yet, go ahead and do that, because this is where all this information generally will come from. Patty, I gotta tell you, we moderate the group and the Facebook page closely. And so, I have very strict rules, and I don't care what you believe, but just allow everyone to believe what they want to believe and support one another. Okay. And we have an amazing group. It might be a smaller group compared to others, but that's because we are very, very picky. And there was a lot of people, Gina, you might remember, there's a lot of people from the very beginning who were kicked out. But I'd much rather have a smaller group of just awesome people than a large group to say that I've got a large group. Okay, Danielle. Okay, guys, I want to pause real quick, all right? So let's pause on any topics right now. There are two things I want to address right now, okay? One is Vicky wanted to talk about the chart, and then Danielle just left a message that I really, really want to touch on. Okay, I really want to touch on it. First, let's go back to the chart. I posted a chart, and if you go to the Facebook page, and I think it's on the group as well, and if you go into photos and look, I can repost it too. There's a chart that I put that talked about frequency levels and usually what the conscious and subconscious mindset is in accordance to that. And so on your lower portions, the lower vibrations, you're going to have anger, jealousy, more of those negative emotions. But then as the frequency numbers go up, then you'll start noticing, caring, friendship, love, so forth and so on. At the very end, at the very top, I believe is mastery, spiritual mastery. And it's a really good barometer to go by. That way, because if you're not sure of where you are at, you can take a look at that. Providing, now this is a thing, guys, providing that you are being honest with yourself. If you're not being honest with yourself, if you're lying to yourself, then this chart is going to do you absolutely no good. You have to be 100% honest with yourself and know who you are for this chart to work. Because if you can look at this chart and say, well, okay, yeah, in general, I'm a pretty jealous person. So maybe I am right here. I'm a good person, but I'm feeling kind of, jealous for this, that, and the other. That is your subconscious. That is your paradigm that we talked about earlier. Now you know what to go back and how to correct that. Vicky, it's not a specific. Okay, guys, hold on. Okay, hold on, guys. Okay, I want to address this real quick, guys. Danielle, we are most definitely going to address that, okay? Because I have heard his specific story before. I was raised in a household like that, very much so. So I understand that mindset. So we will talk about that, okay? And Vicky, as far as I know, it's not like an astrological chart that you can go out and get done. It is a chart that, and I forget the scientist's name that came up with this. I would have to research it again for you guys. It's a chart for you to look at, go by, and not physically go pay money, but it's kind of like a barometer, how to gauge yourself of where you are at. Now, we are all going to feel anger at some point. We are all going to feel jealousy at some point. Here's the thing, though. Are you staying in that emotion, or are you able to acknowledge it and then move out of it? If you can acknowledge it and move out of it and it not linger, then you're okay. But if you're one of those who just constantly, in that state of unhappiness, then that's what we've got to look at. Because, then we have some programming issues that we really got to look at. Yeah, guys, I will do some research again. It's honestly, it's not hard to find. It's really not hard to find. I'll look it up and I'll post it on the Facebook page again. Vicky, that is actually a really good question. I'm not going to claim to know the answer to that. Vicky asked if it's possible to do that for an autistic child. Because the brain chemistry is a little bit different, and because the conscious and subconscious minds are a little more open. The thing that I have noticed with every autistic child that I've ever run across is that they are full of love. They are always full of love, and they are sensitive, very sensitive. And now there's high functioning and then there's low functioning, just depending on where your child is at on that spectrum, full spectrum, so forth and so on. And, that really gets into more of a specialized one-on-one type of thing. For me, anybody who is just naturally operating on a vibration of love. Mother Teresa was a fantastic example of that. Gandhi, a fantastic example of that. Like I said, a lot of autistic children operate on that frequency. They are already vibrating at such a higher frequency that no, we're not going to understand them. And because we're not going to understand them, we are going to say there's something wrong with you. And that bothers me. That bothers me. But yes, I will get that chart and I will repost it, and I will, whatever other information I can find on it, I will post onto the Facebook page. And again, guys, if you've not checked out the Facebook page, it's Facebook.com/Saving Ghosts. Okay. And Vicky, that's where education would come in for him. It's just societal awareness, cultural awareness, and so. Okay, guys, I want to move on just a little bit here. I want to talk about Danielle real quick and the situation. Now, Danielle, you said this was your dad, or who? Let's see if I can go back here a little bit. Your grandfather. Okay, your grandfather. Okay, so I want to talk about Danielle's comment. And no, I was not picking my nose just now. I was scratching. Thank you very much. So Danielle, I'm going to assume, and correct me if I'm wrong, but he's somewhere along the lines of Baptist or maybe Pentecostal, something within that realm. Church of God. So that's kind of a non-denominational then? Or is this a new type of church that I haven't heard of? Well, okay, because the reason why I asked is because the LDS faith, they actually do believe in praying for the dead and speaking to the dead. I'm not sure what Jehovah's Witnesses believe per se in regards to that. Okay, so Danielle, if they are speaking in tongues, then they follow along the lines of Pentecostal. Pentecostal was what I was raised in. When I was old enough, I removed myself from it because frankly, there were just so many practices that I just did not believe in. Speaking in tongues, for one. The whole idea behind that is that the Spirit of God fills you up so much that you are so in tune with the Holy Ghost that you start speaking in a language that only God understands. Yeah, Matt, Pentecostal. It's the more extreme, and I'm talking like the more extreme versions of these of the Pentecostal type churches are the ones they speak in tongues. Women aren't allowed to wear pants. Like the really deep South ones, they dance with snakes and stuff like that. But yeah, no, Danielle, no, I get it. But there is a certain mindset, definitely a certain mindset within churches like that. Again, I grew up in a church like that, and they do have a very staunch stance on that. Yes, you are only speaking to demons, and yes, you are not supposed to commune with the dead. Well, Danielle, Pentecostal falls within that realm of belief. Pentecostal, Seventh-day Adventist, Baptist, I mean, they all kind of fall within that that umbrella, so to speak. Not a problem, Matt. Yeah, it's the fire and brimstone. You're going to go to hell if you breathe wrong, type of thing. And I just don't believe in a lot of that. Old Testament, okay, yeah, we did Old Testament and New Testament, but here's the thing. Here's the thing that we have to really understand is that the Bible and a lot of today's Western-based Christianity was completely changed after King Henry VIII separated from the Catholic Church. He rewrote the Bible with what he wanted in it, what he didn't want in it. And then a couple of years later, King James, he rewrote the Bible. That's why we have the King James Version. And so that's why, so there's things that are omitted. There are things that are added in. That's why it's a very masculine heavy book. Matt, you are as Mormon as I am related to Shaquille O'Neal. And so we have to we have to keep in mind where all of this is coming from. I mean, we really do. I am not by any means going to tell someone to change their beliefs. I would never do that. I'm just saying from a historical standpoint, this is how the progression of Western-based Christianity came from. Now, I've had people tell me before, well, yeah, but the essence is still there. In some Bibles, Daniel is, for example, Daniel is a young general, and when he's put into the lion's den, it's an arena where he has to battle the lions. In other versions of Daniel's story, he's a much older, wise man who's put into a dungeon with lions. Yeah, I can say the story is still the same, but if there's that much of a difference between whether he was young or old, he was outside or in a dungeon, what other changes have there been made? And you know what, Danielle? At that age, he's very much locked in with what he believes. Honestly, I am happy if anyone has a belief that promotes positivity, that promotes love. We might not agree on some of the finalities of it, but overall, if what he believes keeps him a good person, and keeps his morals and ethics in check, then I'm going to kind of let him have that one. But when it comes to, in regards to talking with spirit, there's very much a belief within that world that no, you don't do it. And whether or not that was originally in the Dead Sea Scrolls, I have no idea. I just know that after King Henry VIII, when he wanted to separate from the Catholic Church so he could get a divorce, there was a lot of things that were changed in the Bible. And it was always male monks who were rewriting the Bible, and there was some control in regards to that. Again, guys, this is not my conspiracy theories by any means. Look this stuff up, research it. I recommend it, you know. And you know what, Danielle, this might be one of those cases where, you know, we just kind of let him have his belief. You know, we don't talk about it. We let him have his belief, because if he as a person is a great man, we can, you know, let things like this slide by. However, because you are of a different generation, yes, you can dig in more. In fact, if you really want to go into quote in scripture, I forget where it's at, but in there, God says to ask questions. You know, don't just settle, to explore, ask questions, find out what else is out there. And yes, and you know, and I have read the scriptures where it talks about, you know, communion with the dead and this, that, and the other. My thing is that, all right, if we are indeed the same in death as we are in life, that means we still have emotions. That means we still have feelings. That means that we might still get lonely. Maybe we still want to, you know, I don't know. And I just know from my own experiences from doing this, I have never been hurt. I have never been taken advantage of. I have had spirits come through and tell me that they love me. I had one just the other last video call me buddy. You know, yeah, there's been a few bad eggs come through, but overall they've been very, very polite. They've been very respectful, because I try my best to be respectful of them. And Matt. FarmersOnly.com. Oh, that just gave me a hot flash. Oh my God. Oh, that was good. Oh, that was good. Oh man. Oh God. You know what, guys? I will tell you, there are not enough great things I can say about my buddy Matt. I mean, if you want one of the funniest, nicest, sweetest people you could ever meet in your life, you know, Matt is it. So yeah. So Danielle, I don't know. The only thing, I mean, I don't know if you are looking for advice with this or what. What I would say, you know, is kind of like what we've already said. Let him have his belief, because it's keeping him a good person. And you can be a good person and still explore these other things. And so that's what I would recommend to you. If you have curiosities, if you have things that you want to know about, study it, look into it. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, absolutely nothing wrong with it. Now, this is actually a good topic, because this gets us right into our next topic, which was how to go about actually doing paranormal investigation and communication properly. You know what, Billy, and you know, Billy, man, that is it right there. We are not going to know until we get there. There is a really good chance that once I leave this body, you know, they could be waiting for me on the other side and saying, dude, you really shouldn't have been doing that, you know, or, you know, I could leave this body and they could say, you know, hey, you know, thanks for trying. We don't know. We don't know. I have yet to have anything happen because I do believe in divine intervention. I have yet to have anything happen that has, you know, blatantly told me to stop. You've got to stop doing this. You know, now I have had a few that have said, you know, turn this off, shut this off, or whatever. Again, spirits were just people, guys. You're going to get your good ones, you're going to get bad ones. So, you know, my thing is that if they don't want to speak through this, if they don't want to be here, they don't have to be here. I believe that my protectors, because of how they do communicate with me, if they did want me to stop, they would use their ways of telling me. Now, thanks, Vicky. I had asked, it's been a couple of years now, that anything that they've got to say to me, if they could please say it to me while I'm asleep in a dream form, because that's the best way I'm going to be able to take notice and hear it, because during the day I'm going to be so tuned in with the day, because guys, I am so busy on a day-to-day basis. I have so many things going on, and I want to touch on that too, by the way. That the only way I'm really going to know for a fact they're passing a message on to me is while I'm asleep. And that's exactly what they have done. Fantastic, Daniel. I'm happy to hear that. You know, so what was I going to say? So, protection. That's right. So whenever you go into this, you have to be aware that you truly do not know who you are talking to. I can't tell you how many times I have heard spirits mimic. They can mimic voices. Again, guys, your voice is just the uh, accumulation of sonic waves and energy carried through the air that reaches a certain tone. Again, it's energy. They can mimic energy. And so I have heard my mom in this house in the hallway while I was asleep, just simply saying, Pat. I woke up. I knew she wasn't there because I know she's in Alaska. But yet I heard it clear as day. Now I know that psychotherapists and medical professionals will say, well, at that time of sleep, you're in your theta stage, and you know you're going in and out of your REM mode, and your brain activity's all over the place. And you know, I know what I heard. And so, okay, Vicky, you've had them pretend to be a child. That is the only time I do take caution, is when it comes to children, hearing children, seeing children, simply because I do know, now it's not always the case, but I do know that lower level entities will take on the form either audibly or visually of a child because they are less threatening, or they appear less threatening. And it's easier to get an attachment that way. So I do become leery when it comes with kids. And you know what, if I'm unsure, I will simply say, if you are not of love and light, you're not allowed here. I am constantly asking for protection. I ask specifically for Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael. Now, thanks to Patty, that I have relearned what I have forgotten, I'm now bringing in Archangel Azrael. Here's the thing, Archangel Michael, he's your protector. He's your knight. He does help with change in your life. He does help with counseling and healing. His main job, though, is your protector. Archangel Raphael, he is a healer. He is one who will help fix the boo-boos, so to speak. Archangel Azrael, he is the counselor. He is the one who will provide comfort to them, comfort to the living, and then help them cross over. And so, depending on what you want, on what your needs are. Now, there are 7 archangels, total. I was not raised with archangels, so I am still learning about them. So forgive me, guys. I don't know all of them. I know there's an archangel for abundance. There's one for animals. I just don't know all of them yet, guys. So I do apologize for that. So I do always ask for protection. And like I said, if I'm unsure, I just kind of lay down my boundaries and I'll say, if you are not a love and light, you are not allowed here. And here's the other thing that I wanted to touch on, guys. Fear. Do not in any way, shape, or form show fear. They can't hurt you. They can't hurt you. If you show fear, that is a weakness. You can say it's a weakness in your auric field. You can say it is it's changing the tone of the universe. Again, like attracting like, whatever you want to say. But if you show fear, it does give them that energy that they need. Positivity, light, love always wins. So we do want to keep that in mind. So if you are wanting to do spirit communication, if you are wanting to do paranormal investigation, how I do it, I'm not saying you have to do it this way, but how I do it is I always say a prayer beforehand. I ask for protection. I will either spray myself with this. Again, this is blessed holy water and blessed Florida water and some liquid sage that I use. And I will I will spray it in the form of a cross in front and then right behind my neck, simply because their theory is there's an opening behind your neck for spirit. So I will spray there as well. I have an Archangel Michael pendant, which I don't have on right now, but I do have one. And then whenever I open up a session, I ask that Archangel Michael and his angels please guard the door. I don't allow any doors open except for one that will allow those of love and light and those who are accepting of love. Spirit, it was through spirit communication. I forget how many videos ago, like 3 or 4 videos ago, that a female came through and she said something along the lines of screen spirit. So the way I took that was we needed someone at the door who would screen the spirits who were coming through. So I asked them to form a line at the door and for Archangel Michael to screen as they're coming through. I ask that they don't attach, they don't stay, they don't enter into me. I thank them for their time. I thank them for speaking. If they need light, I get a sense that they need light. If I'm hearing the word light come through, I will bring light in. I will also tell them how to go about attracting the light. They can ask for the light. They can ask for Archangel Michael, Azrael, Raphael themselves. Again, I don't know what the specifics are on their end, if there's things that they still have to learn, things that they have to go through. So I do not in any way, shape, or form tell them that, yes, this is a guarantee. 9 times out of 10, I will say, guys, I don't have the final. Here's an option for you. Catherine, you said that she followed you. Okay. Did you ever have any issues with her? Any problems with her? Sorry, guys, I'm not frozen. I'm just waiting to see if there's going to be a comment come through. I really wish we had an ability on this to have everyone be able to speak live. I just think it'd be so much easier, for everyone. Catherine, did you have any issues with her at all? Or has she been, been a good roommate, so to speak? Yeah, Danielle, I'm trying to figure out a way that we can do this. I know on Facebook I can create a custom group, and that whenever I hold a session, I can do a video session. And I've done one-on-one video sessions before. In fact, Gina, if you are still here, I owe you another session. But I would have to have everyone's information ahead of time, and I would like something to where it's kind of like this, but you guys, if you have a webcam or whatever, you can just log on. So I'm trying to find a way to do that. So, all right, guys. So Gina, not a problem. Again, just let me know whenever you want to go over the angel box, and we'll go over that. All right. Have a great night, Gina. Okay, Catherine. So you were able to close it then, to close that door. Danielle, I am so sorry. Guys, I still have a plan for top fans. I am so sorry that I've not had a chance to get right to it. Please know you are in the forefront of my mind. I want to try to give a reward for anyone who reaches top fan, and there are several of you who've actually reached top fan, and it's important for me that you are acknowledged more so than just a message on a Facebook page. I actually want to do something for you guys. So bear with me. I looked into the Facebook page, and it keeps track of anyone who was, ever a top fan. So I do have records of that. Catherine, I'm happy that you mentioned that, because guys, that's something that a lot of people don't talk about. And guys, I'm actually redesigning the t-shirt. In fact, hold that thought, because I want your opinion on that. One thing, whenever we are investigating someone's home, I usually ask them, have you ever in your life used a Ouija board? And 9 times out of 10, they're going to say yes. I will then ask them, did you close the session out? Well, I didn't know we had to. And so many people, they will use these devices thinking they're a game. They had their fun with it, and they put it up and put it away, not realizing they've now opened a door and they haven't closed it. And then they start to wonder, why is their life going a certain way? So Matt, you're getting one shirt. One. So, guys, I cannot tell you how important it is that if you're going to open that door, lay down your boundaries, get your protection in place, do what you got to do. Really don't keep it longer than 15 minutes. Thank them for their time. Ask them to leave. Ask them to not attach. Well, you're kind of asking. And then respectfully demand that that door be closed until you decide to open it again. Matt, you have no emotions. Now, I know that there are debates back and forth in regards to Ouija boards. I personally will not use one. That is my own personal belief. There is something specific about them. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's how long they've been around. I don't know if it's how organic they are, or what it is. There are some people who use them and they don't have any problems. To me, I just have a deeply ingrained stop sign when it comes to using those. So I don't touch them. I personally don't touch them. So, all right, guys. You know what, Matt? If you want, I could send you one of these little vials. Again, it's blessed holy water and blessed Florida water. And what I do, sometimes in addition to smudging, sometimes just by itself, if I just want quick and easy, I'll go into each room, to each corner, I'll spray it. For me, I'll do it in the form of a cross. I'll go to the windows and start from the very back of the house to the front of the house. Open up the door, kind of let anything out. That tends to work. All right, Matt. We'll PM about it. All right. So, all right, guys. Moving along. I am redesigning the shirts, and I'm not really quite sure which way I want to go. What I'm thinking about doing is on the upper left breast, having SG in a circle, and then maybe our logo on the back. What would you guys like to see? Because I'm kind of torn on which way I want to go with it. Okay, Danielle. Catherine and Angel cards are great. Okay. Catherine, I used to use the Rider-Waite set, and I always used to do the Celtic Cross. I also used to use, what are they called? They're Celtic sticks. Use those just for a very short time, though. A few options. All right, Vicky. Love it, Matt. By the way, for those of you who don't know, Matt is Poppin' Fizz. So, Matt, should my face be like this? Or, I mean, should there be like a little like fierceness behind it? I've never used runes. There is a great website, guys, called Facade. Here, I'll put it in here. When you guys get a chance, check it out. Speaking of runes and the like. And again, guys, okay, so what I'll do is I'll create a couple options, okay, of designs, and then I'll post them. Give me about a week, okay, guys? For those of you who have, seriously, anyone's messaging? Hey, Georgina, thank you so much for checking in. It was great having you here. Thank you so much. You got it. It's what I'll do. Hey, Matt, there is an option. If you go where it says live chat, there are 3 dots right above it. If you click on that, I think it gives you the option to toggle the chat on or off. Did you by chance happen to hit that? You know what? I think, Danielle, I think that's what he's doing. I think he's logging out and logging back in. Matt, are you there? Hello, Matthew, my old friend. Okay, well, we will. Okay, I see there's a couple of people who have logged out, so maybe it's happened on a few occasions here. Catherine, are you still here? Okay, Matt, you're back. Good. Ilya, you're still here. Great. Awesome. Catherine, are you still here? Rat bastard went for a donut and didn't get me one. Cool. Okay, so Billy is still here too. Okay, awesome. Billy, what's okay, awesome. Hey, real quick, Catherine, I want to get to your session here in a second. Okay. Yeah, Vicky, I know. Hey, Billy, what's if you don't mind my asking, man, what's your background with paranormal, or your interest in it, or what have you? Cool, Danielle's still here. Okay. In the meantime, for those of you, okay, no, Billy, I totally get it. And if that is a if that is a boundary issue for you, trust me, I get it. It actually took me a while before I was comfortable enough doing it by myself. There are still certain things I won't do by myself. Doing sessions like this, I don't mind. but going to certain places by myself just because I really don't know what all is out there. Yeah, it's kind of good to have the team. Oh, awesome! Billy, my grandmother used to read tea leaves. My aunt has a gift as well. It was always really heavy on the female side of my mom's side of the family. Interesting. Okay. Billy, that's fascinating. It's anybody who, I mean, if you're going to sit there and listen to me ramble on, I know that you've got to have a history, you've got to have a past. There's got to be something that brings you here. And I love knowing about you guys. I love learning about you guys because, this is something that connects us. So, Billy, thank you so much for sharing that. I appreciate that. Okay, so I do want to get on with Catherine's session. For those of you who have a Windows-based tablet or a computer, if you have not yet downloaded the Afterlight Box, I highly recommend it. It's free. And out of all of the apps that I have tried, this one has just given me the best responses. I bought the SCD2 app, and I tried giving it another shot not that long ago, and I can't get into the groove of it. But this thing, I'm liking it. So again, it's a free download. Afterlight Box app. Okay, guys. So what we're gonna do a session right now for Catherine. Catherine has unfortunately experienced a loss yesterday, and Danielle, that's exactly what it is. We're talking about energy vibrations. You are locked into that person's vibration, so that's exactly what's going on. Vicky. So Catherine, what I'm going to need for you, or from you, I'm going to need you to take a moment. I need you to think on that person. I need you to physically see them in front of you. And if you could give me their name, that would be helpful. And then when you're ready, just let me know. Now, guys, whenever I do this, I never guarantee 100% that they're going to come through. All we can do is try. Usually, the rule of thumb that I have heard is that your best chance of getting someone is within the first 3 days of their passing. But we also were able to reach out to King Henry VIII. So, who knows? I also believe that if we're all energy and we can move at the speed of thought, then it probably doesn't really matter. Again, I don't have that specific rule locked down. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to feed the Afterlight box through the Angel phone. I have the EM. I don't know if you guys can hear the motor running on this or not, but I have the EM generator turned on to, help boost a little bit of energy. I have the reverb and the echo on. I just don't have the speaker on yet. I'm waiting for that. I did. Catherine, before I did this session, I asked for protection. I did my prayer. In fact, I have right here. And I have now sprayed twice with holy water. Hey, buddy. Sorry, guy. He can't stand the smell of it. Come here, buddy. What are you comfortable with? Tell you what, I'm feeling just go with first name. Okay, let's just go with the first name for right now. And as always, I do ask that Archangel Michael please guard the doorway and please screen anybody who comes through. I ask that Archangel Raphael please help heal any souls that may need it. Archangel Azrael, if you can please help provide counsel. If there's any spirits that do need help moving on, if they are allowed to move on, if you can please do what you do with that, that would be fantastic. I only allow those of love and light. I do not allow anything negative. I only allow those who are accepting of love, who are good at heart. Robin E. Maines. Okay. Hello, hello, guys. This is Philip. Is there anybody here? I welcome those of love and light. Hi. Thank you. Guys, I'm trying to reach someone specific. I'm trying to reach someone specific, okay? I'm trying to reach Robin E. Maines.
Either interrupts, be persecuted.
Robin E. Maines. She's a friend of Catherine. Can she come through and speak, please? Is Robin E. Maines there? Can she come through? We have a friend who wants to make sure she's okay. Robin's friend Catherine, I'm talking to her right now. She wants to check in and make sure that Robin is okay. I understand that something about spirit. I understand that Robin just recently left her body.
Till I 6 months.
Robin E.
Mays. They call it a study.
Is Robin there?
Sure.
Robin, my name is Philip. I mean no harm.
A little bit about take that.
Robin, I mean no harm. I know you don't know me.
Before we'll catch you. A friend.
I am a friend of Catherine.
There's two.
Matt, have a great night, buddy.
So. Turn right. There is that project.
Was that Robin that said hello?
Past you.
I mean no harm. Archangel Azrael, if I may ask, was Robin able to cross over?
Before we try something. We'll finish.
We have a few people who are watching this right now. For this, they're watching out of wanting to learn, out of curiosities. Died. Miss, who are you?
To be done.
So we had died, then we have has to be done. But the thing is, though, is that we really don't die, do we? We just live in a different form.
I have been. Rose up.
Rose up. Is that what is happening with Robin?
It is creature.
Is she now existing in a different form?
3 pounds.
3 pounds. Isn't the brain 3 pounds?
Window. And it looks like.
You guys have a lot to say tonight, don't you? Brother. At least it sounded like brother.
End quote.
End quote. You know what, Danielle? Maybe you're right. Maybe it is 8 pounds. Okay, are there... Can any spirit there confirm, or is Robin there? Robin Maines.
Have to tell her.
Keep in mind, I'm not... Roost. I'm not going to be able to understand everything that you say right now, guys. So if you could please be patient with me, if you could also speak a little slower, if it's possible, if you can harness that energy.
Yeah, reach that.
I'm trying to reach
Be free, monsters.
something about free. I'm trying to reach Robin. Robin E. Maines.
Say it. Okay, stop.
Friend of Catherine.
Well, want to tell her. Cut me out.
Catherine, what did she pass from?
No. What shall
Was it like a brain tumor, brain cancer type of?
Sounded. I've never read that.
I thank you guys for talking tonight. I appreciate it.
It's bad for kids.
Catherine, it's also going to be important for you to play this portion back and listen to it. Miss, who are you? Who was that just spoke? Massive.
Price be.
I come as a friend. You know, we've had a really good talk tonight about the spirit world. There's still a lot of different thoughts and beliefs about it. Is Catherine? Who is that gentleman with that deeper voice, with that lower voice? Who is that? Can you please tell me? Stacy. Who is Stacy? Does anyone know a Stacy? Perspective. Hey.
And spirits.
And spirits.
Hi, Doctor.
Is Robin okay now? Is she okay? Is she happy?
It's a queer
Apparently, your best friend. Who is your best friend? You guys are sounding really, really good tonight. Thank you so much. Apparently, Robin fell and she hurt herself. And her brain was hurt in the process.
Lost. It ends.
Lost. Who is lost? Miss? Who or what is lost?
There's truth.
Do you guys want me to continue using?
We are debtors. It's the gate.
You're debtors. It's the gate. Okay, Archangel Michael, this is where I trust you.
Crack the seal.
Crack the seal. That's what it sounded like anyways.
It looks like you're on.
Hey guys, do you want me to continue using this device, or do you want
Leave us.
leave us? Or do you want me to switch over to this radio?
The branches.
The branches.
Then we're left wing.
Well,
Radio. Leaving in
okay guys, I only ask that one doorway be open. I ask that doorway be guarded by Archangel Michael. I only allow those of love and light. And I'm trying to get information on Robin E. Maines. Catherine, there's been a bill coming through lately. And Ed. Who is Ed?
You go on Robin.
And who is Bill?
It all up. 5. Told right. Still is.
Okay, so guys, what I have noticed is that I tend to get.
Do you know?
Do I know what?
Eve was at the gate.
Who's at the gate? I don't know. Who's at the gate? I don't know who's at the gate.
Later. The tradition.
Well, I hope that Robin's okay. I wish her love and light.
From south.
Okay. Boardwalk. And frankly, I hope that you guys are okay. Something about the gate again.
What is that? Yeah. Across
She hits, and then something about we are ready. What are you ready for?
the crest. Safety.
Safety. We're ready for safety. Are you saying that you're ready for the light? Is that what you're asking for?
I say basically for the style. It's just set. It's a word.
Catherine, is that what she called you? Did she call you Cat?
Yes, we have. Princess.
Princess. All right, guys, let's do this, okay?
God.
God. Yes, God. Okay.
Redemption. The feeling.
Okay, guys.
Intimate.
All right. Dear Heavenly God.
Crap. To the. Here.
I pray, please open up the heavens and shine your bright heavenly light down into this home. Please fill this house with bright heavenly light. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Azrael. If there are any souls or any spirits that you can help, that are allowed to be helped, please do so. Please help heal them. Please help counsel them. Please help provide protection.
The truth.
And if they can go into the light, if they are allowed to, please move them into the light,
Circle.
into a better place. Again,
Leaned against it.
Can please help provide transport for those spirits that are allowed to go into the light, to go into that heavenly space.
When absent, he mocked. So that stones. Flash. Ferns.
Hey guys.
Instant. I just
Truthfully, guys, I come with respect for you.
or as well.
And I do hope and I do ask that.
Or us. The game.
I only allow those I allow archangels to have the final say.
With the phone. I stick to it.
Okay, guys. Lizzie? Did I hear that right? Did you say Lizzie?
The hair industry.
Hey guys, I'm about to call this to an end.
Gave something.
I thank you for coming through and speaking. If you have anything that you would like to say before something about love.
Sleep that we can hear.
If you have anything else that you'd like to say before I hang up, please do so.
The Borgo.
Okay, guys. I thank you for your time.
Enjoy.
If you need help into the light, please ask Archangel Azrael to help assist you. If you need healing, please ask Archangel Raphael. If you need protection, ask Archangel Michael. Okay? I ask, please do not stay here. Please do not attach to me. Please do not enter into me. If you are allowed to go into the light, then please do so and find your way to heaven. If you are not going into the light yet, I ask that you please return through the doorway that you came, and I ask that doorway please be closed behind the last spirit. Okay, guys? I thank you so much for your time. I wish you all love and light.
Early mix.
Okay, I'm asking that you all return, okay? Archangel Michael, I ask that you please provide protection. And please ensure that that doorway is closed. Thank you. Bye, guys. It got kind of interesting there as I was getting towards the end. There were some sounds coming through that I didn't quite know what they were. I don't know if you guys heard that. Apparently, you all heard redemption. So, maybe we're lucky. Maybe there are some spirits who were able to learn what they had to learn, and now they're able to experience redemption. We can only hope. They might still have things that they have to learn. Again, guys, I don't, in no way, shape, or form do I claim to know exactly what goes on within the spirit world. I only know what they tell me, and what I read. Okay, so redemption seemed to be the big thing here. Now I heard gate or gates mentioned several times, and at the end there, again, there were some musical blasts. I mentioned Archangel Michael, and there was like trumpet blast that took place, and then there was like a dragging sound, like a screeching sound. So I'm not sure what all of that was about. And Catherine, you are more than welcome. I would highly suggest listening just through that portion of the video. If you have earbuds or preferably headphones that you can listen to, and you can go back and play sections over and over again. I guarantee you, we only heard maybe 5% of everything that came through. Sounded like a gate closing. All right. Danielle, good catch on that one. Really good catch. Yeah, see, what I have noticed with the gold, now that I've added that, is that there are new sounds coming through. They're a lot more talkative. They're a little more clear. So the gold is having an effect. Now, Elia, thank you. And guys, all of you, of course, are more than welcome to, should you want to, if you're curious, to go through this last portion of the session and, with headphones and kind of listen through. In fact, I would be kind of curious to hear what you guys find, because it's this portion when I'm doing a video, it's this portion that takes me about a week to get through, because I have to go through and I have to replay over and over again. Sometimes I had to play it in reverse. Sometimes I have to slow it down and stretch it out so I can make out what they're saying. So thank you, Danielle. So yeah, you guys are more than welcome to be a part of this if you want. Now, I also, on the last live session, I forgot to turn on the EM pump. There is, inside the Angel phone, right, I don't know if you guys can see it, but right here, there is an EM pump. It's an electromagnetic pump that, you turn it on and you can hear the motor running. And what that does is that provides an electromagnetic field that, in theory, is supposed to give them more energy. And so that, combined with the gold, which is a conductor, I have copper throughout this entire thing, which is also a conductor. And then I have some crystals outside and inside, as well as a few other things. So, so who knows? Catherine, well, good. Catherine, I'm happy that you got something out of that. Again, I guarantee you that there was more that came through than what we realized. And so we just need to play this back. We need to listen to it and see what all we came up with. Well, guys, do you have any other questions, comments, or concerns before we call it a night? Okay. And again, guys, you are all more than welcome. If you have any questions, or even if you want to correct me on something, or if you want to call me out on something, or whatever it may be, all of you are more than welcome to send me a private message through Facebook. Now, I will tell you that I do stay busy, guys. I have a side business that I run that keeps me active. I have these videos which eat up my weeks, which I love doing them. Please don't get me wrong, but they do take time. And of course, there's the Facebook page, there's the Facebook group, and then there's just day-to-day life, guys. There's meetings that I'm having to set up for my side business. And then there's things like grocery shopping, getting, the dog walked and stuff like that. So, okay, Danielle. But yeah, guys, don't be strangers. Please, you are more than welcome to reach out to me. I get that whole long-winded thing that I just went through. What I was trying to say was I might not be able to get back to you right away, but I do generally try to get back to you as soon as I can. I like you guys, you've been supportive of me, and I want to be supportive of you. So, oh, yes, Danielle, I know you will. All right, guys. Hey, listen, I thank you so much. Sincerely, I thank you guys so much for everything and being a part of this, and spending the past 2 hours with me hanging out. All right, guys. All righty, guys. Well, I'm going to wish you all a great night. I know for some of you it's about 1 a.m. Billy, that's not a problem at all. As a matter of fact, you know what? I will do it with this video. Actually, you know what? Here, Catherine. Good night, Evan. Catherine, would it be okay with you, since this session was really for you, would it be okay with you if I took that portion and went through it like I did a normal session, and put the words up there and all that, and make an episode out of it? Would you mind that? I want to make sure that it's okay with. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I think the computer just froze on me. I'm not sure. Okay, I guess we're good. I guess it's just me. Yeah, no, Catherine, I just want to make sure it's okay with you. Again, this was your friend. This was your session. And I will, if it is okay with you, I will make sure to silence the last name. That way we're not getting the full name. And thank you, Elia. Thank you. And what I can do is I can go through the session and listen to the responses and post what all was said. Danielle, things have changed a little bit since we've done those sessions. We've made a few. I've made a few modifications here, so we can always do yours again, should you want to. And guys, keep that in mind. If you ever want me to do a video, basically of you, of a session that you want done, let me know, and we can do that. Okay. Alrighty, gang. Well, then I will get started on that probably tomorrow. All right, guys. Okay, Danielle, you got it. And Catherine, thank you. All right. Hey, guys, thank you all for watching this tonight. I appreciate it. Billy, thank you for the idea. And we'll get this going. All right, guys. Guys, have a great night. Sorry for keeping you up. And we'll be talking. All right. We'll be talking. Thank you, guys. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye, guys. Okay, we're done, boy.